What if I told you the scariest kind of discipline isn't loud, aggressive, or motivational at all? It doesn't wake up at 5 a.m. to post about it. It doesn't scream no excuses. It definitely doesn't need anyone to notice. In fact, you might walk past this person every day and never realize how dangerous their self-control really is, because the highest level of discipline is quiet. Let me explain. Most people think discipline is about forcing yourself to do hard things. Waking up early, grinding, nonstop. Pushing through pain with sheer willpower. That's level 1. But psychology shows it's something deeper. The scariest level of discipline is when you don't fight yourself anymore. You simply decide, and it happens. No drama. No inner debate. No hype. You say, I'm not doing that, and your body listens. You say, I'll start tomorrow at 7. And tomorrow at 7 you start. Not because you feel motivated, but because it's settled. Think about how weird that is. Most people wake up and immediately negotiate with themselves. 5 more minutes. I'll eat healthy later. I'll start next week. Their brain is like a courtroom with constant arguments. But the truly disciplined person, there's no courtroom. The case is already closed. Psychologists call this ego integration. Your goals and your identity are no longer separate. You don't say, I should work out. You say, I'm someone who works out. And once something becomes identity-based, it stops requiring effort. Here's a simple real-life example. Imagine 2 people trying to quit. Junk food 1 keeps resisting every craving. They stare at the chips. They suffer. They feel proud. Exhausted, the other person walks past the chips and doesn't even slow down, not because they're stronger, but because their brain doesn't classify it as an option. It's anymore. That's terrifying discipline, because there's nothing to break. No. Motivation to lose, no willpower. To drain, no emotional swings, just alignment. And here's the scary part. Most people don't talk about this level of discipline makes you unpredictable. You don't announce plans, you don't seek validation, you don't argue, you just quietly change your life. From the outside, it looks like overnight success. From the inside, it feels boring, and psychology agrees. Boredom is a sign of mastery. When self-control is loud, it's fragile. When it's quiet, it's permanent. So if you're struggling right now, don't aim to be intense. Aim to be consistent. Enough that your brain rewires itself, because once discipline becomes your default setting, you don't need motivation. You don't need reminders, and you definitely don't need fear. At that point, the scariest thing about you is how calm you are while winning.